Hey everyone, Harry here to talk about the absolutely disgusting, repugnant ad that Donald Trump campaign is planning to run in big media markets in short order. Absolutely leveling the most nasty and completely unfounded attacks on two African American female prosecutors who have him in their sights. One being Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, and one being Fani Willis, the District Attorney of Fulton County, who is preparing what looks to be a massive indictment against Trump to issue in short order. Okay, it's almost too crass to believe, even considering the source. There's an ad coming out. It's got a name. It's called The Fraud Squad, and it just completely tars these two prosecutors. It calls actually, my mistake. Also, Alvin Bragg. So three African American prosecutors. It calls Bragg a radical liberal. It calls James a socialist. It attacks Willis as incompetent. Now, all of that is designed to bring scorn and it's really very improper, not just because, it's impolite, you could say, and the kind of thing that should get his mouth washed out with soap, but didn't happen in third grade. But it's more it's designed to curry favor with the broad electorate, but also unavoidably to pollute and change the jury pool, make them think that they're coming in and the prosecution is by people who are radical liberals, socialists, or incompetent. But you ain't heard nothing yet, because the big thing is the ad, in addition to calling her incompetent, corrupt, and dishonest, recycles an allegation that Trump has apparently made up out of thin air, because the source for it, a Rolling Stone article, says nothing of the sort. And the allegation is that she got involved in a sexual relationship with a gang member she was prosecuting. This would be a very bad lapse of ethics, and it would be flagrantly improper. But there's the site for it is completely, it says nothing of the sort. You just have to read the Rolling Stone article. Now, so this is very nasty opinion combined with rank defamation, assuming that the charges are false and he has reason to believe they are. Now, so far, no real word from Bragg and James. Willis has sent out an email to her office, and she said there's a false and defamatory ad that Donald Trump is preparing to run, and he is. It's going to be in Atlanta, Washington, New York, and elsewhere around the country. It hasn't run yet, but we've learned about it. And he has already, 2 days ago, in his Truth Social, leveled this charge against Fani Willis, that she had a improper relationship with a defendant in a gang case. Willis says to her office, just keep your cool here, and don't respond. Many of you are quite kind to me, very protective, etc., but do not comment in any way on the ad, any of the negativity. We have no personal feelings against those we investigate or prosecute, and we should not express any. This is business. It will never be personal. We prosecute based on the facts and the law. So she's coming out of the box with a stance of, we're just going to, ignore this, let it go, like water off a duck's back. But Trump, in all of his cases, and you can add Chutkan to that on the January 6th, is really pressing his luck. and very much pushing on the thing that will cause a judge to respond, that is, by disparaging or worse, threatening, or given his rabid kind of followers, exposing to threats the personnel involved in the case or witnesses. That's one. And then two, prejudicing the jury pool. So it will really be to a judge to potentially haul him in front of the bar and say what the hell's going on, and maybe impose a gag order and the like. He seems to be sort of daring them to do it. And it's a the very best is that he's a vile, repugnant guy and that he will continue to press these kinds of revolting attacks until a judge stops him. We'll see what happens. We're going to have some indication from Chutkan and Judge Chutkan in the January 6th case, and come March 28th, or excuse me, come August 28th, the end of this month, or even potentially August 11th. We'll see if she responds to Trump's provocative comments, both "you come after me, I'll come after you," and the things about Pence, what kind of warning she'll issue, how seriously she takes it. And then this stuff, he's going to run an ad. So he'll say, well, protected speech, it's my ad, I'm a campaigner, and yet it is completely repugnant. And a judge may say, yeah, that's fine, but you can't given the impact you're going to have on the trial, you've got to shut it down. And invite the showdown between genuine campaign for political speech, but maybe defamatory speech, and certainly completely crass and trashy speech, and the interest in a fair trial and in security of witnesses and the like. So this ain't stopping, it seems to me, until he will press. He's going to keep pressing this button until there's some kind of pushback. And we now have, in one ad, he's gone after the Manhattan DA, the AG of New York, and the DA from Fulton County. And it will not escape anyone's notice that all three of them are African Americans, and that it could well play into the racist sympathies of at least some of his followers. So this is he made a promise a couple weeks ago. He's basically saying, come after me and I'll burn the country down. And he's trying to make good on that from the start. This is a very volatile situation. It's going to take a lot of discipline to do what Willis has exhorted her whole office to do, is to just keep their cool and keep their talk in court and not out of it. Okay, we'll see how this plays out, but we haven't heard the end of Trump versus the justice system, and individual judges taking umbrage at his potentially polluting jury pools and putting witnesses and court personnel under threat. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.